extremely successful straight away. But I had a little bit of my own vice, which I was a gambler at the time. I went into Le Croupier's casino when I was just a young boy with £10 and won £55,000.
Did you?
Yeah, I lost control. I did.
Let's talk about that night then. That sounds interesting.
Oh gosh, painful for me really, because it was actually the day before. Yeah, but I mean, I get in trouble, you know, because I was underage going into the casino, you see.
Yeah, but it's years ago now, isn't it?
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah, nobody will remember. I hope nobody remembers. But, I was running Chacha's nightclub. I was assistant manager in Chacha's nightclub.
Yeah.
But I was only 15, turning 16. It was after I got back from Australia. And, but I mean, just before that, obviously, I had an opportunity to go to Australia, but basically I had to have my own money and everything, but the ticket was paid. So I thought, oh, great. But I went into my Leeds account and I saw I only had £10 in there. So I thought, okay, I'm going to close the account and take out the £10. So I closed the account, took out the £10, went to Le Croupier's casino. They just know me, so they didn't verify me because obviously they thought I was old enough. Yeah. I looked like an old man at that age. I went in with a tenner, and it was the strangest experience of my entire life, where it didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter if I closed my eyes or turned around and threw a chip behind me. It wouldn't matter what I did. Anything I did, 100% straight away win. So, yeah, I mean, for an example, I went in, I had £10, so I picked 10 numbers, I put them down, okay, one of them comes in, okay, great. And then the next time, okay, I put, say, 3 numbers and I put £5 on each. Oh, one of them comes in. And then I walk over to cash out, you know, to get a bit of cash in my pocket. But when I'm there, I put £1 in the fruit machine, won the jackpot, went in the fruit machine next to it, won the jackpot. Then I thought, oh my God, this is so strange. So then I went over to blackjack and I thought, oh, okay, I'll just put £100 on 2 of them and whatever. Bang, 21, bang, 21. I'm thinking this is just too weird now. Then I walked over to a roulette table and I maybe put I think it was the maximum. I think it was £50 on. I just chose one number and bang, it comes in. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, this is too weird now. And then I just started throwing chips all over the place. Everything I did, it won. And then I happened to glance at my watch and it was like 2 minutes to 12, 2 minutes to midnight. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is way too much money now. And I called a friend and he come in and he cashed everything in for me. And we basically, there was a little bar area with a TV and I chucked out all the cash on the table. And basically you couldn't see the table. There was so much money. So I grabbed one little pile, put 500 in my back pocket and I was starting to count. And then everybody's coming from the pubs and everything into the casino. So I had to just quickly grab all the cash or sticking it all in my pockets and everything. And I'm walking around. It looks like I'm wearing a bomber jacket when I was really wearing a really thin jacket. And that's the point where I lost control then. I lived, at the time, I was living in St. Mellons. And I went back on the table and the first one straight away lost like maybe £3,000 on the first spin. I thought, oh no, I want to get that back now. Maybe 10,000, 20,000, you know, basically threw away the money.
Yeah. All on the same night?
Pretty much. I gave away, because I started calling all my friends, so I gave them all £1,000, you know, paid for everyone for everything and made a night of it. But when everyone's going and everything and the place is about to close, I think it was about 4 a.m, I lived in St. Mellons. Yeah. And so I'm like basically, trying to recruit some money. But I was just losing. And at the end, I thought I lost every single penny. So I'm walking out of the casino now, tears in my eyes, thinking I'm going to Australia tomorrow. I got no money. I could have walked away with that. I could have bought myself a house. I could have done so many things. So there is regret there. But there's also me saying to myself, hey, you're a gambler, I'm just a kid, but I'm really hooked on gambling. And then, I was really sad thinking I'm going to walk now all the way to St. Mellons from Cardiff city centre. So it's a bit of a trek. And I put my hands in my pocket, and the first £500 I counted out, I still got, hey, I can catch a taxi, I can go home and I can go to Australia,
Yeah.
more money than I started with. So if you want to look at it in one way, I won £490, really, if I look at the good side of it. So from that, I was always a bit of a gambler, a bit of an addicted gambler kind of thing.
Yeah.
And from that, I kind of didn't really learn my lesson, but I understood that, you could get in a bit of thing. And so, when I had my Italian takeaway in Birch Grove, it was making huge amounts of money. But I also had that problem. So, it was win or lose £1,000 every day in every bookmakers on the roulette machine, which, it was great until they changed it.
Yeah.
And then I stopped that. And pretty much it goes down that route.
Do you gamble now?
I tinkle, I call it now.
Yeah.
I try not to, but I don't know, in the last couple of years, I've had money difficulties. So when you have money difficulties and you have a bad habit like that, it tends to draw you back a little bit. So I do every World Cup and Euros and stuff like that, and I've always won. So I had no money in the last Euros, and I bet everything on Italy and Wales doing well.
Yeah.
And I won quite a lot of money. I had no money at all. So I begged the wife, can I borrow £100?
Yeah.
And that would be my maximum for the Euros. But soon as I did my first £100, every single one was starting to win for me. So I tried to call everyone and say, look, Italy are going to play Spain, and 100% Italy are going to beat Spain 2-0. Please believe me. And so I tried to tell as many as I could. It was something like 18 to 1, something like that. And I put straight away £50 on just that score, 2-0, and it came in. So I ended up going home, and I had no money, and I was traveling all around France, following Wales, in their games and everything. And I ended up, rather than come home in debt, I came home, I had about £4,000. So I paid off £2,000 of debt. I bought my wife a new fridge, and, I just tried to basically spend the money as quickly as possible so I don't waste it. Yeah.
Gambling's a tough one, isn't it?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's like talking about like vices and stuff, like, drugs, drink. You can only take so much drugs in a day.
Yes.
You can only drink so much in a day before your body gives out.
Yes.
Gambling, you can do everything in an hour.
Oh yeah, no, it's mentally. It can really hurt you mentally,
and
because
it's addictive, isn't it? Because you've got that winning as the high.
Yes, it takes away your sleep because you're constantly thinking of what you're going to do the next day with certain amounts of money, and how you're going to improve it, and how you're going to make it better and stuff like that. So it never plans out the way that you dream about it. But it's a killer because people don't tend to realize. They think, oh yeah, you're just asking to borrow money because you need it for this and for that. After a while, people start to think, hey, I'm lending this guy money. He must be wasting it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it damages your reputation as well, which is hurtful because I believe it's like an illness. It's like anything that you have an addiction of.
Yeah.
It's an illness. And unless somebody is able to work with you and repair it, you're always going to suffer with it. I mean, there was a point in my shop, I was so successful in my first takeaway and losing the money that I had to turn to my wife and say, look, I'm sorry, but I've blown all the money and we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And she stood by me, which, hence why we're still together, 25 years married now. And for someone to stand by someone who knows that they, threw away, for me is a major thing. So ever since then, I've not lost control, but I have lost maybe £100 or something, which I wish I never did.
Yeah.
But I tend now to keep it under £50, and now I'm trying to completely wipe it out. I haven't deleted all the apps off my phone yet, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah.